In the trial of alleged ringleader in the torture slayings of Channon Christian and Christopher Newsom, suspect Lemaricus Davidson is facing the death penalty, and a sentencing hearing on his fate will be held tomorrow. The defense has said they expect to present 8 witnesses on his behalf. What the jurors will hear from the state is the mothers, Mary Newsom, mother of Chris Newsom, and Dina Christian, mother of Channon Christian, as well as Shannon's brother Chase. And they will give statements that will tell the jury the impact on their lives these deaths have had. The state will also be entering Davidson's prior convictions for robbery and carjacking. The jury up until now has not been allowed to know much about his prior criminal history. And the state will argue that the aggravating circumstances surrounding these deaths, including the heinousness of the crimes, the special cruelty that they say was employed in these deaths, and they will use those factors to argue that this jury should put Davidson to death. The defense will use its witnesses, whom they have not identified, to argue that there should be mitigating circumstances. I expect that they will argue that he is bipolar. I expect that they will put up a psychologist to talk about his background and history and childhood, as well as any mental health issues. During jury selection, they asked several questions of potential jurors about bipolar disorder. He himself in his statement referred to bipolar disorder, so we can expect to hear some of that tomorrow. Ultimately, what the jury will do is they will decide if there are indeed aggravating circumstances and if there are indeed mitigating circumstances. They will then weigh those 2 sets of circumstances, and if aggravating circumstances in their view outweigh mitigating, then they will by law impose a penalty of death. Davidson's brother faced that same sort of penalty hearing in August, and a Davidson County jury opted to give him life without parole, ruling that the mitigating circumstances outweighed the aggravating circumstances. This is a Knox County jury. Davidson demanded a Knox County jury, and so tomorrow he will face that same Knox County jury as they decide his fate.